Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Is there everybody to welcome?
You gotta give it a minute.
Hello, hello, Catherine. You're here.
Yay.
Hooray. At least we have you here with us. It might just be us at the moment.
That's fine. Right. It works out better.
Yeah. We've always wanted to just hang out.
Hello. Good evening. There we are.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
You're fine. Take your time. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to find us.
Yeah, it's going to take a few minutes for us all to get it together.
We'd love to see you. If you're in Detroit, we'll make sure that you get time to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Tammy. Welcome. It's Thursday night.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
There we go.
Everybody got their iced tea?
It is Hoya Hangout evening.
Make sure you got your iced tea handy.
We're going to be enjoying some laid-back evening time.
Yes, we're chilling, we're relaxing, we're checking out some cool Hoyas.
Yeah, Catherine's going to hang out with us for a little bit.
Yeah. Really looking forward to that.
Oh, that's good. It's always nice to give someone who has a 4-year-old a chance to have some adult time.
Right?
It's always
so
appreciated.
Important to have that adult time in your life, even if it's just a few minutes online with your favorite Hoya sellers, right? Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. It's nice to be able to just chill and hang out with your peeps. Well, here we are your peeps, and we're here showing off a few nice Hoyas today. And we're going to show off some of our Hoyas, and we're going to show off some of our friends' Hoyas. It's going to be a great night. So hopefully we'll have some good stuff and some good evening entertainment.
It does make it sound a little bit dirty, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
If you call it adult playtime.
Yeah, it's adult playtime.
Hello, welcome from
but
YouTube.
Strictly G-rated adult playtime. It's about plants. And talking about plants and showing off our pretty beautiful plants.
I'm just going to make sure that the Instagram feed is working real quick. I might go.
Pictures will all be G-rated.
Hi. So we are back. It's always one of our favorite events to do, a Thursday night hangout where everything's a little bit more laid back.
Yeah. We just like hanging out, showing off our plants.
Language makes it art, yeah.
No pressure, just chilling.
Do you have your phone on you?
I do.
Can you check and see if we're live on Instagram right now?
I could try it.
It doesn't look like it to me.
I could try it. What am I looking for here?
We're called Sleep Tropicals.
Yeah, I'll type that into the thing.
You were notified? Okay, that's good. So someone must see us.
In the live, it looks like we are in fact live.
Perfect. Hooray.
So yes, it does look like we are living over there on Instagram.
It works.
So if you're over there joining us,
not fighting me.
Thank you and welcome.
Yeah, if you're coming from Instagram, you're coming from YouTube.
You may not see all the comments.
Yeah, on our website, sleeptropicals.com. If you come on over there, then you can get to see everybody's comments. Yes. Or if you go to the District app and download that on Apple, you can also get to join in a little bit more of the fun.
Yes. If it's confusing, our host is the District app. So that does host our website. So that way you can find all of our wonderful plants available all week long. And we have a storefront there. We also have some available chat stuff that you can talk to your buddies and your friends about your plants and show off your stuff. So it's definitely a very functional website. We're just trying to break into.
Yeah, it gives us a great place to put a lot of our resources that we haven't really had a chance to post anywhere else, and have them all kind of in one spot where we can send everybody out after that. Thank you. It also gives us the opportunity to participate in a lot of the favorite District markets that we really enjoy.
Yeah, it's a cool opportunity, I think. So it's just something that
it's worked out well.
We're so crazy busy, you know how it is. And so like it's difficult to add another thing to the list, but this is definitely a really great opportunity for us to share with our people the things that we do and the things that we talk about. And I think that that's a really good opportunity for people who aren't able to attend our shows at the time of showing, that we can have some of these things available in perpetuity that people can actually be able to see later.
We just spent the last hour doing crossword puzzles with our son, the New York Times crossword puzzle. So
Is that what
I think perpetuity just jumped right out of that.
It's quite possible that might have been a crossword puzzle level.
It is easier to maintain. It's so much easier to maintain. They are hard, right? Yeah. Caleb was very kindly making us a giant pile of chicken wings, which were delicious.
Yeah.
And my mom and my son and I were trying very hard to be wordsmiths. Which,
we were highly skeptical of these chicken wings because they were not the normal recipe. But
yeah, Connections is unhinged. I would agree with you. Yeah.
What was the one we were doing? Detroit Free Press? That was the puzzle?
It was the New York Times published back in Detroit Free Press. But,
I see.
Yeah. So in the meantime, if you're just joining us, thank you so much. Catherine is going to be joining us shortly. We're going to have a Hoya Hangout with one of our favorite Hoya people.
Yes.
We did load some new plants this evening. Caleb did pick out some pretty plants to add to our shop. So
I did.
Make sure you take a look down here in the marketplace to see if there's anything that you're interested in. If you want to see it, please let us know. If you have any specific, is there any pretty leaves you wanted to show off specifically before we have Catherine on?
There are some pretty ones. However, I do not want to take away from Catherine's time to show off.
Well, she's got a few minutes before she's home.
Beautiful collection.
I got some new pretty ones in the mail today. Pretty excited about.
Those are good ones. Let's show those ones off for sure.
Those Australs are beautiful, right? We added a new one tonight as well.
Right.
So these are the two plants I ordered last week that I was really excited about. This one I'm really happy with. This is the Elliptica narrow leaf.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's definitely narrower. I feel like it's darker on the back of the leaf than ours.
More splash, yeah.
More splash.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's
really
cute,
pretty though,
right?
isn't it?
Yeah, I agree, Carrie.
It reminds me of the Thai version of the Elliptica.
Yeah.
Very beautiful, and we're looking forward to seeing how that
just came in the mail like an hour ago.
Yeah, we haven't even fully unwrapped it. It's still
all
root wrapped.
This was the other one I ordered with it, which was okay. Like I'm not disappointed by any sense, but this was Elliptica. It was listed as Elliptica Silver, and it's still very beautiful.
Yeah.
Or Obscura, not Elliptica, Obscura. Yeah, that Elliptica is really big. I was really glad to grab that. This is Obscura Silver, and it's very pretty. I think in the picture it appeared more silver to me.
Yeah.
But
I look forward to seeing what we can do with it.
Yeah, I'm confident that Caleb will make it pretty. Yeah. So it's got great new growth. It seems to be well rooted.
Yeah.
I think this is the second order we've done with this grower.
Obscura
and they always ship fast, and it comes to us in good condition.
They're generally pretty easy growers, so it's not something I'm worried that we're going to be able to keep alive. And we'll just have to see how the silver holds up to that.
We'll see.
Interesting. And
sooner or later, I'm going to buy the Cryptic Chrome.
Yeah, that's on the list. They're just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to see that sun-stressed.
It seems to want a lot of light. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Ours is blooming right now, right? The Obscura? Or was blooming on Sunday when we showed everybody?
There's still some blooms, but it's been like 5 blooms since Sunday.
Wow.
It's like intense and like fast fading. They're like coming out and then dropping and then coming out and dropping, and like it's running through the whole cycle very quickly. But a very beautiful, fragrant bloomer.
This I'm very excited about. I've decided that this summer is going to be the year that I grow Hoya seeds.
Oh yeah, exciting.
So I finally got my hands on a pack of RHM Hoya seeds.
Ooh, exciting.
Which I've been like stalking his page every day. So this is the Verticillata Red Leaf Unknown Cross RHM 2510. But I've never grown anything from seed. Caleb has, and I feel like I have to do this. I have to be a big girl and grow my own plants eventually. I can't make Caleb do everything.
Stay tuned for
results. Really gonna try.
Yeah.
That's one of the packs you didn't get. Okay, well, good news. I got a lot of seeds, so hopefully I'll be successful, and I'm happy to share them with you.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a try, and then we're gonna see how our results are.
Absolutely, I will definitely. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Catherine's brain when she's on tonight about how to do this, because I know she's had success in growing a couple of different Hoya seeds. So I'm hoping she'll share some of her very great knowledge with us. So
she Saying
Wonderful.
Chug humidity dome.
Started Pure Core.
Bottom
Okay,
feed
interesting.
and humidity dome.
Do you think? Well, peat moss isn't quite as drying as that.
No, I think you want to start them in some moss. I think the moss is really good. Oh, really?
I'm gonna listen to Catherine.
She's sprouted more seeds. I honestly like.
I read that. I thought you meant that you were gonna let the dog pee on the seeds. I'm like, wow. I guess I'll have to get a dog.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, I'll tell you what.
You got some too, Pauline. That's awesome. Yeah. Which ones did you get?
I'll start them off in the right direction.
Maybe that works. Maybe she knows something I don't.
Yeah.
Callie uses her regular mix to start them. Coco Core, Coco Loco, Perlite, and Vermiculite. That sounds like a good mix.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. So like,
seeds can be fussy. Sometimes in our prop boxes they do okay, and sometimes they don't do okay. It's just very highly dependent. We've had quite a few that have done well in there. Also, quite a few that have done poorly in there. So it's highly dependent on the species, I think, and how much humidity they tend to enjoy.
I have no frame of reference here. Like the only things I have ever grown by seed were like garden plants, like lettuce and the wildflowers.
We grew anthuriums.
We did grow the anthuriums, but I haven't. Like you grew them for me.
That's true.
So I've grown lettuce from seeds, I think, and I've grown wildflowers from seeds. Carrots, yeah. So that was pretty much like dump it in the ground and wait and see if it shows up later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to like, what is that thing that you called the scoring? Like the roughing up of the seeds?
Oh, it depends on the seed, but sometimes for larger seeds with thick cuticles, like for cannabis, you put them in a matchbox with some sandpaper. And the sandpaper
that's a good
scrapes and scuffs the outer cuticle of the seed. So that is a technique that I've heard used, but that was like from Jorge's Guide to Growing Cannabis, which was published in like 1968 or something like that. It was like very old technology, but it is effective and it does work. And if you're talking about sprouting seeds from scratch, sometimes if you can score and scuff a little, that does help a little. However, I've never tried that with a Hoya seed. Often they're so small that I don't know that we get much friction. This
is the seedling, the post that I purchased from. So he said this is the really beautiful color over here is from a Hoya seedling from last year from the same cross.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how
maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It looks like Sulawesiana, doesn't it?
You got the right one too? Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that is an interesting challenge. Should we set a challenge up where I grow some and you grow some? I will definitely lose if Caleb grows it too. 100% lose, but mainly out of forgetting to check on them.
To be fair, I do have more time to check on things. I do have more ability to be here and present for the plants that are growing. So it's not really
that is my goal this summer though.
So it is what it is. But Nicole has a full-time job elsewhere.
But I really want to get back in. Like I have been detached from the growing of the plants lately, and I want the summer to be more about me growing plants again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
We're gonna have a lot more patio space because we got wild hair up our ass and decided like 3 days ago to buy a tent that is a lot bigger. So we're gonna have a lot more patio space. So I think I might use some of it to grow some of the things that I haven't grown in a while. You might see a calathea again. You might see an alocasia again.
That'd be cool.
When they're outside, it doesn't matter because they just get rained on.
Yeah.
I don't have to keep them.
No, it makes it easier. I think during the summer season, we can grow aeroids outside.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
easy.
Fun. Under the shade cloth, it's kind of like a microclimate.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to grow those in actual full sun, you're not going to have success. If you're trying to grow those in full shade, you're not going to have success. And so, like that shade cloth patio area does give us a nice microclimate to work with.
I really want to. Yeah, I think it's so cool. I fully intend to join in on Saturday to watch Casita Mia's big, huge blowout sale they're doing to see all the crosses they're doing.
Yeah.
Because clearly they know what the heck's going on over there.
They've had some good success with making some interesting crosses, and I think that's really cool. It's not as easy as it sounds.
No.
It's definitely more complicated than it looks like, and that's why a lot of people keep those techniques proprietary. I understand. I'm not trying to, horn in on your industry, However, that's one thing I've tried many times. It just hasn't worked out for me, and I'll continue to try. But
okay, cool.
There's a lot more complicated process behind that than it seems to be. Yeah. So it's very cool, but it's one of those really cool processes.
Let's see if I can figure this out here. Okay. So we're being joined tonight by our friend Catherine, who we always enjoy hanging out with. There she is.
Hey guys, hey, how's it going?
Thank you.
It's so nice to be able to
time.
just. It's so nice to just say hi and not like have to type it. Hi.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
Welcome.
So Catherine's going to hang out with us this evening. We don't really have any solid plan for what's going to happen. We'd love to see kind of some updates on what's going on in her collection. I thought it'd be fun to see some of your, maybe your favorites. Like what's your favorite big leaf or small leaf or fuzzy leaf or anything that you think is fun. We're all here to hang out for the night. So.
Yeah, we're just Hoya hanging out this evening.
And a lot of you guys know kind of what I like and what I grow. So if anybody has anything specifically they would like to see updates on, you can just type it. So for those of you who have not ever seen me or seen my space, I'm going to flip the camera around. So this is my living room and this is where I grow all my Hoyas. So this is a north window where I have a bunch of grow lights, and then I literally sit right there when I'm watching TV. So I live where I grow. So this is a west window, and then my cabinets and my south window. So all of my plants are here. If they're not in this room, that's not true. I lied. I have now extended back. I'm not supposed to extend out of the living space, but this is my back hallway where we have a few.
These are the secret Hoyas.
So I just pulled the, this is one of my Mitrata, wait, no, this is my Elliptica from you guys. It's dark back here right now. But this is one of my Mitratas from you. This is, I don't remember what this is from you guys. And then these are my other undulatas that are back here. So they've migrated because I pulled them out of my grow tent. This is that Mitrata, the silver one. It's just being a real big pain in the butt. It keeps growing these little tiny leaves, and I don't know. So I want to cut it eventually for you, but I might just send it to you and be like, you figure it out, Kayla.
That's generally what I do, is give it to Kayla.
I'm like, it's a pain in the ass, and pardon my French, but anyway.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yes. You've got a lot of Laura cups going on there.
Yeah.
I do. So they're my favorite. I love them. So I would like to have all Laura cups, but I have to be a little bit kind of careful with my budget and whatever, but I want them all. So these are I have no real rhyme or reason, but a lot of the ones I really want to look at are here. And if they can tolerate being out of the cabinet, because my humidity gets really low here, down to the 20s. But some of the ones I want to make sure I'm seeing every day, like this clem I just got from you guys.
Oh, it's pretty.
Beautiful.
And she sits right there so I can look at her. Hi, Kristen. But actually, most of these came from you guys. I think most, if not all, a couple of them are from April. But this is one of these are some of the fins that I've gotten from you guys. I don't remember if this is the Sumatra Finlaysonii, but it is the most stunning thing. Look at those abs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then this is the other one, the Finlay, or it's the species Bogor, and look at that insane leaf that it did.
That's huge.
I know. I was shocked because they're pretty dainty, and then it made that, and I was like, okay, well, you do you.
I'll take it.
I'm not mad about it. And
That's
then this
amazing.
is one from April, so they're all kind of the veiny ones. And then my Ganung, I moved it out here because it was so big. So it's hanging out there.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And I have
lately.
This is the species affinity Lombi that you guys sell that everyone needs. It's, I guess, how old is this now? Probably it's at least 2.5 years old that I got from you guys. 3 years. And it's a slow grower, but it is worth it because, it's just
on that.
It's so, I don't know. I don't have anything like it,
They're so unique, aren't they?
They're so different.
Yeah.
That leaf is wicked. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like cardboardy and bright green, but matte. It's really a special one. So,
Yeah, they've
and
got
this
their
is
own vibe.
here's my cinnamomophilia.
Ooh.
No
Beautiful.
pedunks yet, so we gotta pep talk her, but
Yeah.
We
she's.
just ordered a different clone from Alexis.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah. It's
Um,
growing, but so far no peduncles also.
I wanna smell the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I wonder if it's not like you got to have the sunlight of the Florida or something.
Yeah, I wonder, and like a lot of species for me now this year are finally throwing peduncles, so I don't know if there's like a maturity factor too for some of them,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
No, I agree. I think there's definitely some maturity that plays into it, but also
For
just
some things, yeah.
size. And sometimes they take off and they get that size first before they're a certain amount of years old. But
Yeah.
it's the size of plant that gives you that push of vigorous growth.
I mean, I'm gonna keep growing it because I want to experience the flower.
They're so beautiful, right? And so cool. And
Yeah.
also, if it smells like cinnamon, come on now.
I
Like we
mean,
all gotta try
like,
that once.
right? And my spouse,
Yeah.
like, who somewhat resents the number of plants that I have in the house,
Oh.
even they were like, I want that one because I want to smell the cinnamon. So
That's
I'm
fun.
like, I have to grow the damn cinnamomophilia until it blooms, which may
Right.
take forever. I don't know. But
I feel you. I feel your pain.
but I'll show you these, Caleb. So I sent Nicole the link to this grower, but this is part of my newer Ripsalis obsession.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I've been
She
stalking.
I just messaged her directly and said, "What can you sell me that's weird and cool?" And she sent me links to all of these, and I was like, "I'll take that." And
Yep.
I bought this one, which is super cool. And then this Ripsalis, which I think is Pilocarpa, maybe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's super fuzzy. And then these are from Cal.
Nice.
Nice.
And this one has gone crazy. These are in South Windows. And then, is that all the Ripsalis I have? I'm not sure.
I think I have a Baxifera and a
Yeah.
Paradoxa from Cal. And they're going
Yes.
like wild.
Yeah. Kristen's
Before
asking.
Pilocarpa.
Yeah.
You would ask that, right, Kristen? It's on here. It is not labeled. I will find that out for you later, and I will send you a text.
Yeah.
How are all your paniculas doing?
They're doing good.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I have to get this open. I have my new order from Schlief here because I haven't figured out where they're gonna go, and
Right.
there's some seedlings hanging out as per usual. So this is the cabinet, one of the cabinets, and the pings are doing good. I need to probably water them, but they kind of look ugly when the leaves die, so I haven't been in here to like pull off the dead leaves, so just ignore that. But they're huge. Like they've
Awesome.
gotten
Wow.
really, really large.
They
And
grow a
then
lot
like
faster than I expected.
yeah, and this like so these ones back here, I actually had to pull some out of because of how big they've gotten.
Wow. That's
So
awesome.
they're doing really well. And here's my Hoya Obscura silver. I was gonna show you, Nicole. I think it's kind of hard to
Oh, that's
tell,
beautiful.
but it's silver, but it's like a weird kind of silver. It's like speckly almost.
Yeah,
That's
that's how this
beautiful.
one is. It's like speckly. It's not like super prominent.
Yeah.
I
I would
guess I
Yeah.
was
say
expecting more.
like 30% silver, this one.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah,
I've seen some of them are more like 60 to 80% silver with a little bit of a splash that's not silver.
I'm not disappointed at all.
No, it's
yeah.
definitely not. It's just we tried it. We're like, "Yeah, let's get one of these.
Yeah,
and
look
we'll
at
get
the
a
color
couple
on
of
yours,
those,
though.
and
so
I still want
it's
that.
I don't know if how you can tell how close. It's like 4 inches from the
Okay.
light.
All right.
Okay.
So
See?
maybe we need to put it in a pretty highlight then.
Yeah.
And so I got that from Dade Plant Co. And she was telling me that she uses the black magic light bulbs.
Okay.
And
Oh, I
so
heard her say that.
I
Those are the
haven't
purple
done that
ones.
yet. Yeah, so I have them. this is what they look like.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not
I found
generally
it.
a fan of the purple lights.
Yeah, I figured I might try just like a plant, like one light with that, and just put that under it and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, she
Sure.
loves them. She's talked about them pretty highly for a while.
I've seen a lot of people growing with them. I'm not going to lie. I've seen people growing cannabis with them. I've seen people
Yeah.
growing horticultural, like vegetables and stuff like that with them. So I'm not saying they're ineffective. I'm just personally,
Yeah.
I
It's
don't love
huge.
the way my plants look in them. So that's my personal hang up on them.
Well, and I think for me, like, it's such a big light bulb. I like when I can put it into other lights. So, like, this is a grow light.
Yeah.
It's a Sansi light bulb in a regular
fixture
thing, but like this wouldn't fit in that.
I
So
see.
I'm not really sure how I can like aesthetically make that work because I grow in my living room.
I wonder if that would fit in, like, if you had a can light set up. Like we have in our living room, we've used those screw-in Phillips before where they actually fit in the can lights, like straight up above us.
It's probably 5 inches across, maybe.
Oh, okay.
It's big. Like
You gotta have a
I
big
can't.
can.
Yeah, and so that's been the issue for me. It would have to be like a pendant light with like a wide brim.
Sounds like you need a new mid-century modern lamp, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like it.
Right? It's a good excuse to go antique shopping.
I'll have to go antiquing. Oh, darn it. I know exactly which one I would get, too.
So
Darn.
disappointing.
I
know how much you hate that.
It's just terrible. So
You might find a
darn it.
uranium
I
bowl
know.
for your pains or something while you're out there. Or...
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
Well, my one that's growing in there is like blooming like crazy. So
oh, wow.
That's awesome.
It's super fun. Here's my Perengan durian from you guys. I downsized her so I could control her watering a little better in this cabinet because if it's a little root system in a big cup, it doesn't work in here because it's so humid.
Yeah.
Aren't
it's
they
only
cool plants though?
55. Yeah, and it hasn't died, so I'm thrilled.
Yeah, they are
I've
cool.
killed these before.
What about your undulata bloom?
Oh yes, she's blooming here. Oh, also this is a discipulate. Look at those blooms.
Oh, those are cute.
That's awesome.
Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. This came to me in the dead of winter and it got so cold that it defoliated and it was literally a stick and I nursed it back to health and that's it.
Amazing.
Now it's this.
Those are
And
always
there's my
the favorites, right? When you have to nurse them back from such a dire state, you're like, I have such a personal attachment to this one because of the journey it's been on.
Yeah, it will never leave my house because I love it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And there's my hippalasia from you guys. I don't know if you can tell. It's growing into like every part of the cabinet.
Mine is doing well. It's taking over and doing really good. I lost mine originally.
Yeah,
and
that's
you sent us that other one. Now it's doing really good, and it's going to be ready to have a haircut soon.
It's a prolific plant.
Yeah, I love them. They're so cool. They're fuzzy but big leafed, but also French fry leafed, and they've got vein texture, and there's just so many cool things going for that plant, right?
And I think your version of hippalasia is different than the one I see floating around, which tends to be smaller leaves.
Really?
Yeah, because I see it every so often, and they're little.
Yeah, those ones can get very large. So I know the species that we have has a tendency to get quite big. And they're just so cool when they get big like that. They got those fuzzy leaves that you don't expect to be fuzzy because they're so big. Yeah. But it's a beautiful plant.
I mean, they're as long as my hand or almost.
Yeah, yours is stunning.
I mean, thank you. I mean, I think it's probably, it's probably like another one that's probably 3 years old from you guys.
Yeah, that's a fave, right? They're so easy to be a favorite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and this is one I'm growing out to send to you. This is Hoya sanguinensis.
Oh, that's cute.
Very cool.
So she finally gave me another leaf. So that is exciting, which means that eventually I can cut this and send it to you because it's...
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I mean, that looks like Caleb, right?
It does. It really does.
Is that like Fuuenensis? Like
sanguinensis. Sangguensis.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere between a caudata and an undulata. It's like...
Oh, wow.
It's funky as hell.
Yeah, that
So-
sounds like right up our avenue, right?
Yeah. So I was happy and lucky to be able to snag this 2-leaf cutting like a while ago, and it wasn't very well rooted yet. It was like just starting to be rooted. So I've been like, come on, come on, come on, because I'm impatient and I want to like get it cut and sent like to the master to grow it and grow it out. So
That's
um
beautiful.
this
You're
is
doing a
the
great, masterful job of growing it out yourself, I have to say.
thank you. Here's my Hoya enchilada.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow, look at it go.
So
Gorgeous.
here's my paradoxa ripsalis.
Yeah, it's cute.
I had to restart it. It went through some stuff, but here is the mama.
Wow.
She's
Beautiful.
loving it. But yeah, her blooms are absolutely insane.
They're so big, right?
Yeah. They look like spiders or some sort of a creature.
Yeah.
It's got to be like it's a high contender for my favorite bloom. They're just so
I
beautiful.
agree.
They're like starfish to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are definitely I actually almost prefer them like as the buds because they're heart-shaped kind of.
Yeah.
And those purple speckles on the outside, it's just
Yeah.
so cool. It's like a tease. You're
They're
like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
little lanterns, like little Japanese
Yeah.
lanterns when they're closed.
yeah, I love them.
They're perfect. And like I would say this is either my favorite bloom or the discipulae just because of or Danumensis with like the cup shape.
Yeah.
Those three are probably my favorite just because of how unique they are. But like this plant, I wasn't sure it was growing. It's putting out new growth at like every like place that it can think of.
That's awesome.
Now,
And
our
I think it
enchilada
was
doesn't
just
have much scent. Does your discipuli?
oh, I think I can smell the enchilada.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it smells
It
like
fades in our space.
Yeah, I've never really detected a scent so much.
I don't know. I can't tell what it smells like, but the discipulae doesn't smell like anything to me.
No.
No.
I have another species in here that I was going to show you. Oh, here's my Mitrata.
Cute.
Beautiful.
She's, you know, she's doing things.
Is this the
This is
same
my
one that you sent us back?
yep.
Nice.
My
Very
favorite
beautiful.
Mitrata is here, and then the other ones are in the back hallway till I figure out how to fit them in here. This is my Lobie, my actual Lobie from you, and it is I don't know what it's doing, but it's too big.
It's getting pretty tall, eh?
It's like needs to move out. I had to move the occultata out of here because it was so tall,
Wow.
and the Lobie's doing the same thing. And this
That's
is my oh
beautiful.
gosh, it's falling over. Okay, this is my Coriacea, which is totally insane and taking over.
That's big.
Aren't they wild?
Um,
They're so
but
cool.
you can absolutely loop it around as long as you do it when it's new,
Okay.
which is what sorry, which is what I've done with this one. Oh god, it's attached to everything. But these also make absolute honkers for leaves. Like, look at this.
Yeah. I
It's
love
as
them.
big
They're
as my
so
hand.
cool,
Yeah,
right?
Kayla brought one out tonight, and they're just gigantic.
I just can't get
It's
over how easy they've been to propagate and to grow.
so easy. And like this one was in higher light. This was right by the light, and I like it like that.
I think so too. I really enjoy the splash. I think that the mix is really nice. Some people
Yeah.
would say, "Oh, it's not so silver as it used to be," but honestly, don't you think the mix is beautiful? I think that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I prefer to look at this, honestly. Like
Yeah, I agree.
I'm into it. I mean, it's obviously doing well for me. Um it's a really cool plant. So I think everyone should have like 6 of those.
I really, honestly, I was surprised by how easy they grew. I was worried that
Yeah.
they were going to be tricky and that they were going to be fussy because some of those thin leaf Hoyas can be. The terrestrial
Yeah.
types can be that fussy type species, and
Has
this
it-
was not at all.
Has anyone grown the not silver version? We've only ever grown the silver one.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never
Isn't
seen
that
it either.
referred to as Jokul?
Is it?
I think
Oh, it
that's a
could be
different
one of those things.
name.
Yeah.
I think it's a different.
Interesting.
It's referred to in different terms.
Okay. Well, I'll hunt that
We'll have to
down.
look it up. I might be talking out of my ass here, but I think
Yeah.
that Jakul is the non-variegated version of it.
Like Nervosa Jacul? That's like Nervosa,
Yeah.
isn't it? Interesting.
You're talking a language I don't understand.
I feel like Kristen would know.
We'll have to look it up.
Well,
Somebody
this
knows
is
better than me, and I'm not going to sit here and comment on shit I don't know
Yes, you
about.
I don't
might
know,
say, but I'll say I don't know.
I would rather grow a more interesting green leafer like that rather than that one. This is what I would grow instead. This is Chewiorium, and like I think that's great
That's
in green.
beautiful.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
That's
Now, is
a
that
thin
as
leaf.
thin as the Corsia?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is my thin leaf shelf that's just or cabinet that's predominantly thin leafed things.
So you don't walk away for more than 2 days.
Honestly, I started doing the Have I bloomed Chewy? I have not yet. But I think do you have a peduncle? She's gotten a haircut a couple times this year, so she may not have a peduncle anymore. The Chewiorium is I mean, honestly, I grow all of these in cups that are deep like how you guys do, but my mix that I put them in here, oh, this is attached. I can't pick. Oh my god, I don't know if you can see this. This is Echinopsis, and it's grown up and around, and I think is now over there.
Oh, wow.
But they're in those deep cups, and so I add a lot of vermiculite and then tree fern. And honestly, I don't have to water them more than once a week.
That's nice. That's
Well,
awesome.
that's awesome. Sometimes those thin leaf Hoyas keep you on a short leash, and you have to be around so frequently in order to keep them happy.
Yeah, and I find like if they have enough roots below them, like you say, like they do fine.
Yeah.
Because this is, what is this one? Irisay, also a thin leaf that's like a terrestrial one, and it's been easy.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So I think it's just about like kind of what you guys always talk about. It's like having the right root system, having the right dirt for your climate, and making sure that what you are growing in is suitable for where you're growing.
Are there any that you found don't fit that pattern for you?
Well, the Chewiorium is still in pure tree fern.
Yeah.
And I grow it in a coffee mug. So it kind of like I'll water it through, and I think probably fills to about here of water, and it sits in it. So it seems to be fine with that. There's a couple that are a little fussier, but not really. If it doesn't work for me, it just doesn't stay here.
Yeah. I agree.
It goes to another house or it goes in the garbage. Depending on how dead it is.
What does your watering routine look like?
I walk around and I look at them, and if they look dry, I water them.
Fair enough. That's what I do too.
I used to have this very complex system where I had written down all of the Hoyas that were in a cabinet kind of in the geographical area that they were, and I had written what date they were watered so that I could see if it had been, more than a week or whatever. It was not maintainable. I know people do other like apps or things. Now I just walk around and I have a general sense of when I've done a cabinet, but if I'm doing the cabinet and something's not dry, I don't water it.
Yeah.
And most of mine are in clear cups. Actually, I think all of mine are in clear cups now. So if I'm watering a cabinet, I look, and a lot of my mix, I can tell from the top if it's dry.
Okay.
And so I'll pull it up to make sure it's dry all the way through. And then I'll water it when it's dry. And it's about once a week to every 10 days.
We water like in sections, right? Like we don't try to water everything the same day. Is that how you kind of attack it too?
Yeah. I'll do like all the plants hanging in the south window, or all the short Millsbow plants that need it, or all the tall Millsbow. I have probably 160, 175 plants here. I couldn't do it all in one day.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Are you responsible for your friends' plants too? Do you have to go over there and do chores?
No, she's perfectly able to maintain them. I do go and help her when she needs to repot. So this spring we repotted like 100 plants in a day. Wow. And I make her soil mix for her. So I bring her bags, and then we usually do it together because she has a 4-year-old and it's hard to get time to do adult chores. But she maintains them the rest of the time. But like I take things to her that either I don't have space for or it's a species that I know she likes. Like she's growing the Sulawesiana. She has a lot of the seedlings that I grew that match your seed pods, and a couple of them are variegated. So
Wow.
we're hoping they keep that, because if they do, I'll grow them out and send them to you so you can have variegated ones that are related to Nicole and Caleb.
Thank
Oh, that
you.
would be amazing.
Yeah, they look amazing. I don't know what the deal is with her house, but she seems to create variegated plants. So it's probably radiation or something.
Has she always
Um,
been a Hoya grower, or is she in other plants too?
no, she was not into Hoya at all. And she decided to try Hoya and had like 2 Hoya when we met. And I was selling cuttings on Facebook Marketplace like 3 years ago. And she met and picked up some cuttings from me. And we were like, oh my gosh, did we just become best friends? And now we're like
Nice.
best friends. We were cutting out old 1960s Life magazines today to make collage tarot cards.
So
Like,
cool.
That's awesome.
yeah. And
Yeah,
now
if
she
you guys have
has.
not seen Catherine's artwork, you should go
Yeah.
check that out because it's amazing.
Thanks.
Definitely.
We have fun. We paint together. We
Yeah.
do other arts and crafts, and also
When do you
she
find the
maintains.
time? For goodness sake.
I mean, I was off today.
Yeah.
Off
Nice.
what?
I make a priority when I'm not working to do activities. Like I try to say I'm gonna go do art or I'm gonna go play pickleball or whatever it is, so that I make time for the things that I find re-engaging.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cute. That's basically how Kristen and Annie became friends, she said too.
You have to
Oh,
edify
yeah.
your life, right? You have to add those value points to
Yep.
your scenario that help make your life like, oh, this is so much more awesome than it would
Yep.
have been had I sat home and done nothing.
Yep.
You're
And I
building
think like
relationships.
Yeah, and I think like plants are a huge part of that for me,
Yeah.
because I do all my hobbies hard like this. Um, this isn't the first hobby I've done to this extreme, nor will
Same.
it be the last hobby I've done to this extreme. Uh, and I think that that is cool, because it builds it comes with a community. You know, it's not a solo. I mean, it's a solo hobby in that I maintain these plants by myself, but it's not a solo hobby because we can all get together and chat, and it's super fun.
We can relate about the results. We can talk
Yeah,
about your findings. We can talk about your
yeah,
results from your
struggles along
methods
the
and your
way,
technology and the things that you're using and
yeah.
yeah,
the things that you find useful in your process. I think that's a real point of connection that we can find with each other is, hey, we
yeah,
may be growing different plants, we may be growing in different styles, but the scissors that I'm using, you gotta try these things are really great. And so like it's the fine things, it's the little things that make a big
yeah.
difference for everybody
Hmm.
across the board. Joyce
Or
Chens are great
honestly,
scissors, right? Like,
as simple as the freaking solo cup, man.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's a
Absolute
big
game
game
changer.
changer. And again, whether
Yeah,
you're using a different soil mix or you're using the same soil mix, it doesn't matter. Having a
yeah,
cup that size
yeah,
is an idea that a lot of us didn't really think much of before.
yeah.
But now, hey, you're getting good results, you're getting flowers, you're getting fast growth. People are getting good results with this. Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah.
I think that helps
Yeah.
us all when we can share our results and share our methods.
And having this whole method of live streaming, like getting to see people
Yes.
like Kristen and Annie jump on and watch how they're touring, and
Yeah,
it's
Yep.
just
it's
so
amazing.
cool. I wouldn't have imagined that 3 years ago.
No, I mean, I remember when you guys moved to Palm Street, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
we're
What's
like
going on
all
here?
just chatting on the internet all the time, and it's
Yeah.
really it's fantastic. And
Who would have thought?
I would never have imagined.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not used to the uh real time. I mean, a lot of my hobbies were very asynchronous with message boards and stuff. So to be able to have that real time live kind of chat is so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. You can have this immediate engagement and you feel like this thing I'm doing, am I doing it right? Yeah,
Right.
you are. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
forward. And I think that's amazing to have that kind of connection and that real time information outlet. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's really cool
That's
to be
awesome,
able to have
Kristen.
that connection.
Yeah, and it's fun to tie your hobbies together, right? To get to see you use your pens and your paint to paint beautiful paintings of like plants that you love. It's a way to tie it all together. I think that's really neat.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think it's just different, and it's really cool. And I think even as you guys have been doing lives, like it's evolved so much, and I think that's just what makes it so cool.
Yeah.
And
I
just
appreciate
showing
that,
how
too.
long I've been with you guys, like
I know.
this is the small cup. You remember the small cups?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I forgot I had some of them still in the small cups. These
Yeah.
are like the little solos.
Yeah, when we started experimenting with it, we're like, would this work?
Yeah.
Well,
Would
I mean,
people
my
be
Lomi
okay
is
with it?
still in
Wow.
it, and look at how huge it is. So
That's awesome.
I don't
It
even
worked.
remember what was the first plant you got from us. Do you know? Oh, I'd have to look back.
boy. It was on Facebook.
Yeah, I'd have to go back through our Facebook messages and see.
Because I know one of the times, it was not the first time, but one of the times I was buying from you, I was at an advocacy thing through the Indiana State Medical Association, and it pissed me off because they brought in this guy to talk about how great he was at advocacy, and he wrote this extremely controversial bill that actually got passed that banned gender affirming care in the state of Indiana, which is... Sorry about politics, guys, but like I am extremely passionate about trans care. I'm married to a trans person. So I was enraged and I was like, how can you be touting how amazing this guy is when he wrote this controversial bill that all of the medical, like the American College of Physicians, all these other groups came out in opposition to.
Yeah.
And Ren was like, don't flip over a table. So I was drinking. They had like an open bar after. I stayed until the end because I wanted to rage flip and walk out. And Ren's like, don't do that. You don't want to burn bridges. But they had an open bar. So I was like rage drinking Budweiser. And then you went live and started posting plants that I bought like... I think that's when I might have got my Lambie, actually, was when I was like mildly buzzed after a really frustrating day of advocacy.
Well, I'm glad we could help with that. That's amazing. That's a fun
I will always
connection.
remember it because I was like sending you were going live and I was like sending you all these screenshots like from this event.
Yeah, I do remember that now that you're saying that. Yeah, that's amazing.
I think
it's
that
really
was
cool. Our youngest child is a trans woman, so we have that connection, and I think that's really, really neat.
Yeah.
So.
And it's something that I will always fight for and always am like really careful about because it's not just my spouse. I have a lot of friends who are trans and I want them to be able to live their lives. So I always remember
they need us to fight for them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kristen, this plant here was very specifically a rage plant.
Yes, rage
after
plants.
Coming home from work. Yeah. So I totally understand purchasing rage plants.
Honestly, Kristen, I think a lot of my plants are rage plants.
Yeah.
Because I have a challenging...
You really break it down.
I would guess one of my first plants from you maybe... Oh, gosh. I'm thinking about it, and I know that Lambie was really early. Yeah. I know my Bahoy was really early.
I feel like the Clem, one of the long-lived...
Oh, the Clem was very early.
Yeah.
She might have been the first.
I feel like it was somewhere around the beginning.
Yeah. Because I got the Undulata well into knowing you guys. It was probably a year at least.
Yeah.
The Matrona was pretty early, and the Hippalasia might have been the first.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I just remember seeing your plants after you'd had them a couple of months. You'd post them on Instagram, like, look at what this plant did. It's amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks. Yeah. They seem to like it here. Like, I got to show you this one. I can't remember. This is a GPS 7950. Like, it's sort of attached to the cabinet now, but like, it's so good. Do you still have this one?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's so good.
Yeah. The 7950, that one, we have a decent one out.
Hi, Mickey.
Yeah, but they're so beautiful, aren't they?
Oh, it's so good. And like, it's like doing all that, which is so cool. Oh, and this is this is attached. There's a lot that are attached right here, but this is the Motuoensis I'm growing that I've been waiting for it to get to a point where I can cut it. It's looped around now. Wow. So I'm going to cut probably like right here at this growth point and send you this loop.
Wow.
Because this is...
You don't see that one often.
No. And it's like your non-fuzzy globulosa.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
gorgeous.
that cool?
Yeah.
Like, look at that. It
Gosh.
came to me as like one leaf, and I've grown this guy for
Marique, we
a
are
while.
currently on our district app, our district website. But you're welcome to come over and join us over here. I know you know how to find the way. We use this as a kind of a home base so that we can join places like OVO and get to be part of the community with everybody. Catherine's hanging out with us tonight. Mary Kay's over on Instagram, so she's asking where we are.
Oh yeah, come over.
I
Come
know how
sleevetropicals.com.
over here.
Sleevetropicals.com.
Yeah, come on.
The
and see
best
it.
hangout place of all time.
Yeah. This little app has really done a lot for the community.
We've really enjoyed
Yeah.
it. It's
Grab
been
that
really cool.
Sucrin. That Sucrin reminds me more and more of the GPS 7950.
Oh yeah, my Sucrin is over in the window. I will show you. This is the Vongviengensis that I cut for you. She's vibing back there.
Oh.
I do love that. It's very similar to that. What is the one that you just sent me? Salwinica or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, aren't they so cool?
They're really cool.
Did you
Super,
hear me
super cool.
on the other day when I said
Yeah, you said it was renamed.
Yeah, someone sent me. I gotta go back to it. Margaret sent me information on it. Renamed Hoya Orogenia.
Oh,
Oreogena. I'll send you.
Oreo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is one I'm gonna send you. This is species West Java.
Ooh,
Oh, that's cute.
that's beautiful.
It's like mini crusties, and it grows sort of in the same way as like all the other terrestrial Hoyas, like the multifloras and stuff.
Okay,
And
wow, that's beautiful.
look.
Oh, cute.
Wow.
She said mini West Java.
Yep.
I have a Lacanosa East Java.
Yeah.
But I don't have anything from West Java.
I don't think I've seen that crusty of a terrestrial Hoya before.
Yeah, it's real. Like, here, let me put it in the light so you can see. It's really cool.
That's very cool.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Hey, Mary Kay. Glad you found us.
So it's been really easy. I mean, it's just in my normal like soil, so
Wow,
I don't
beautiful.
know. It's really great. And it's been, I mean, this was maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and it came as 2 leaves. So it grows
Quite a bit.
super fast. So I'll send that when I have to cut a bunch of stuff. Was this Bermanica? Yeah. This is a Bermanica I got from April that has decided to it lives there now.
He's just taking
In
over.
French.
This is where I am.
Yeah, I was like, you're fine. You can just stay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
put
awesome.
stuff back in here, and I'll show you my occultata situation that's happening.
Oh, you just had some seedlings, right? Bloom or
Yeah.
something?
Did yours survive?
Oculata seedlings. Did they survive?
The ones we got from Mayra?
From Catherine.
No, from me.
From Catherine. No, I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I tried them. I do have some. I think we have some other seedlings that survived.
Yeah.
But I don't think the Oculata sprouted.
We need to go out and check the tray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can well, now that I have one that's really like well established and growing, I can make you a cutting of that, but I'll show you. Cuz my occultata got itself pregnant, which I didn't know could happen. It's not one that will self seed.
Oh.
So I thought it might have been cross-pollinated with something, but it just flowered and it looks like occultata. So I think it's just occultata crossed with occultata.
Wow. Self-pollinated, huh?
Yeah, I think it was house flies, but this is my seedling.
Wow.
That's really cute. Yeah, I saw it on Instagram and I was like, ooh, look at that.
Yeah, and it's definitely occultata because this is my occultata up there, which disregard her yellow flowers. I had to move her because she was too close to the light and she was mad. She does not appreciate the bright light, so that's her, and she's got another growth point in doing all of this.
Wow.
She's pretty big.
Yeah, she is. So I think it's occultata, but yeah, she had to get moved out of the cabinet. Cut the yellow leaves. They're fine from the top. Here, let me show you. It's just because it's on top of my cabinet, you can't. Oh God, I'm getting on a chair. Hold on, I might die.
Very
OSHA
tall.
does not approve.
Oh
Very
God,
tall.
no. Um, so, oh, I guess it's kind of yellow from the top. It looks better from the top.
Yeah.
Those were right close to the growth light. I also found out that multiflora does not appreciate horticultural oil.
Oh, yeah.
So
The thin
he
leaves
got
don't appreciate it.
very mad at me, so I stopped doing that. So now the new growth is much better. But that's my multiflora, and that is Nummuloides silver back there.
That's
Oh,
cute.
wow.
And that's what is that one from you guys? That's Marie, maybe?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really enjoy growing that one.
Those are really
It's
cool, aren't they?
huge, yes, it's insane. And there's my black magic from you guys.
Oh, the black magic is a cool one.
I
I'm a big fan.
love it.
Yeah.
And this is that species Affinity Walliniana. It's about to bloom a bunch down here.
Beautiful.
Oh, ours is you. You were just comparing that, right? The Ath Walliana that she sent us to the Walliana.
They're different. Like
We
you
were
said,
looking
they're
at it
pretty
last
different.
weekend. Yeah.
My Clem is here. She's doing great. I cut her for Keystone Hoyas. She was really good at nagging me to cut it for her if it ever had a hot spot I could cut, so I did.
Yeah.
Because she's really sweet. Here, let me get it out so I can show you it. I know you guys have seen it, but some of the people who are watching maybe haven't seen it a bunch. Um. Oh God, sorry.
Oh, nice.
My
Gorgeous.
head for scale.
Beautiful.
That's the newest leaf that I put out.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So she's been cut twice only.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a slow one, but I mean, it has it. I mean, I don't know. It seems to be liking it, and it's still in its original cup.
Yeah. Like I found that those cups, they do so well. I
They do.
just don't see there's many plants that have to be moved out of them. There's
Mm-hmm.
maybe a few, but there's few and far between that have to be bigger than that.
I agree. I mean, and
Unless
I
you're gonna
find
put
they
five
just
of them in a pot, like a big
yeah,
old giant massive mother plant or something,
they
then
don't
you need a
need
little
it.
more
Yeah.
room.
This is another one I was gonna send you to try. It looks morphologically similar to Hoya bella. This is Hoya paxtonii.
Oh, okay.
I remember. I haven't seen that circulate in a long time.
Yeah.
It grows like a weed, and it flowers like the bella flowers.
That's
So
cute.
Interesting.
it's really cute and easy. And this is one of the seedlings that's related to. This is from the Caleb seed pod.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
wow.
It's really weird. It's also feels like it might need to be watered, so I'll need to address that. Don't mind all of the dry ass plants. There's my Cebu City.
Oh, that's
nice.
cute. That's getting big.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's
That's
really
awesome.
different, and that's fishbone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
Yeah,
It's
our
good.
fishbone is getting like some really nice big leaves on the mother plant, so
Yeah.
that'll be ready for a haircut pretty soon here.
Oh,
Such
good.
a cool
Everyone needs
species,
that.
right?
It's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
in that same realm as like, um, what's that one Finlaysoni or species?
Achi.
Oh yeah, the Achi Bogor, that one. It's like
Yeah.
in that same family.
They've got that raised vein
Mhm.
texture to the leaf. It's just so gorgeous. I just love them.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, you can get as big as you want to, bud. I'll just
Yep.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never mad about it.
Right?
I think I would go. I don't know. I really love a good thin leafed Hoya, and I do love a good fuzzy Hoya. But I think that those like really veiny abs are probably my favorite type.
I agree. With ridiculous splash and wavy
Yep.
margins and purple
Yep.
midribs. I mean, like,
Yep.
what else can you ask for?
Nothing.
Yeah.
What's your current fixation?
Um, In my collection, or that I don't have that I want to get?
Either.
I don't know. I kind of like everything I have right now. I'm in a really good spot right now with my plants. That's what I've been trying to do, is like be comfortable, be happy, be
where
in
your
a good
Content.
space.
Content is a word, isn't it?
Yes, content. I would say maybe the Menuda Flora,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's blooming again. I mean, the size of the blooms is really remarkable.
It's so rewarding, isn't it?
And she's got a whole bunch of pedunks. Like, it's going crazy.
Yeah.
I love that plant.
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
really
that.
good one. I agree with you. That's an excellent one. For such a small leaf, it gives such major satisfaction.
It does. It is. I think it's super underrated. I think that and undulata and that no ID that I think is species para might be my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Those
a good
are
one
pretty
too.
cute.
I bought a second one of that just to make sure. But
Oh,
yeah, aren't
look
they
at
beautiful?
that.
I love them.
But you guys were right when you said we were sleeping on this.
Yeah.
It's cute, right?
Right.
Oh my
I
God.
agree.
It's
Yeah.
so little. It's
Yeah.
little.
Better than we made it sound,
Yeah,
right?
he grabbed one
It's-
out today. It's got another one of those like cute little half moon leaves. And I'm like, it's just so perfect.
Yeah.
This is not like Australis.
No,
They
it's
aren't.
really not.
They're so different.
Yeah.
They have their
Yeah.
own vibe completely.
Yeah, I'm okay if they don't sell, because I'm like, well, this could be horrible. This could go in the floorboards pretty quickly.
That's how I'm going to do all my plant showing, Kristen. I'm just going to go, look at it.
Yeah.
You need this. You gotta.
I was never overly impressed with Australis. Like I said, I
No.
bought several of them, but
Yeah.
this is definitely different than Australis standard, and it's
Yep.
it's got its own vibe, and it's definitely worthy of owning.
Yeah. We haven't
100%.
flowered it yet, but I'm pretty confident it is Australis.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
whatever
so
it is,
cute.
it's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came from. I don't remember where it came from originally. Actually, Indonesia.
I believe this one came from the last order that we ordered. I don't think this was an Indonesia order.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Let's look at
great,
records.
and I would
It may have
say,
come
like,
from Thailand.
Yeah, it does look like they were folded in half perfectly and then opened back up.
Yeah.
I agree, Kristen.
and I like it because I killed my Lisa kind of intentionally, and same with my Australis, because they just are, like, not it for me.
Yeah.
But this is just special, and it is
The-
kind of fuzzy on the back, which is
the
always a
pubescent
welcome.
pushes it
Yeah.
over the edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. That fuzziness just pushes
But
it
not
over
all
the
of
edge.
them are fuzzy. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
some of them, it feels like just like suede underneath
Yeah.
or something.
It's subtle. It is.
Yeah.
subtle.
Oh, and this is the other one I'm gonna send you guys. It's called Naumani.
Oh,
Ooh,
beautiful.
that's interesting.
It looks like a Nicole plant to me.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
So I figure I'm just gonna like cut it off like down here and just
Oh my
send you the
goodness.
top.
You're too good to us.
Yeah, you are.
I do not have space for these plants, so this is payback for when you send me plants. I have to send back plants.
Yeah, every time I
Even
send
though
you
I
one.
bought them, I still have to send them back to you.
It's a great
have to
system we
circle
have
it
worked
through.
out here, right? We just keep sending each other amazing plants.
I know, I'm fine with that plan. And this is that one seedling that's not Nicole or Caleb or Patcherwally. I have the other one of it, and it's like how yours is doing. It's making huge abs.
How far
Beautiful.
does Catherine live from us? You got to be about probably
4
5
hours?
hours or so.
I think, how long does it take to get to Detroit from here?
No, Catherine's in Indiana.
4. I'm in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. Trisha, you're in Michigan?
Ooh, northeast Midwest party.
Yeah, I feel like one of these days we're gonna work it out. We're gonna have this great big party
Yeah.
somewhere between here and there.
Yeah. Fort Wayne is actually not a bad idea.
That is a good local, like, central point, probably.
Yeah, because Chicago can come over, Indy
Yeah.
can come up, Ohio can come over, Michigan can come down.
Yeah,
That
we
would be
could
a
make
good
it there
event.
easily.
A
All right.
good
And
event
it's
location.
cheap.
Who do we know in Fort Wayne, everybody?
Yeah.
There's a residency program there, and my friend Scott moved there like 4 years ago to direct it, so I can ask him where we could go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Find out.
Where the plants at, Scott?
Where can we? There's actually going to be a Plant Stop Won't Stop in Indy on June 1st.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it. It's the like local thing they do a couple times a year.
Oh.
It's a couple local growers, and it's picked up. And I just saw Gloria from it's Gloria Elise. What's her name? Plant State of Mind. She's going to be there.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Phil from
Phil and Crystal, right?
Yep, they're coming
Yeah.
down.
Oh,
I'm working
that's
that
cool.
day, and it's like 12 to 5, so I'm trying to see if someone will trade me so I can go.
That would be really cool.
Oh, gosh. Our youngest birthday is June 2nd. I wonder if we could get it. But
That's tricky.
that'd be cool to show up.
Yeah.
If you showed up, people would lose their shit. And the best part about that Plant Stop Won't Stop is at Broad Ripple Park, which I can literally ride my bike to in about 5 minutes.
No, no
That's
kidding.
awesome.
Wow.
Ren says I'm not allowed to bring home any plants. I can go. I just can't bring home plants.
Are you allowed to bring home friends?
She's gonna take your.
I can bring home
basket off your
friends.
bike.
I have a full bar in my house. I can bring home friends. And I can just be like, you want a cutting of this? You want a cutting of this? You want a cutting of this? You want a cutting of this?
What's Ren's hobbies? What can we bribe Ren with?
Yeah.
Oh, Ren and I met through fountain pens.
No
Ren's
kidding.
into pens
Oh.
also, huh? Nice.
Yeah, so Ren came pre-programmed with the fountain pen hobby.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
well, I think we could probably bring something along for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can just be like, do you want to try out my new pens? You want to play with my pens? Check out this new ink.
Yeah, it's really
Nice.
great.
Yeah, that's how I met them. Is they had found my Instagram, my pen Instagram on they had like been looking at some hashtag related to fountain pens and saw that I tagged Indianapolis, and they were like, "Oh, she's local," and started following me. And then had replied to a story I'd posted about a pen, and they were like, "Hey, do you ever rent out your pens?" To which I said, "No."
Not ever.
And I was like, "But I recommend you find your local pen club, and you can probably try pens out there." And they're like, "Well, you are my local pen club." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, check out like the Hoosier Pen Club, sign up for our email list, join us when we have a next meeting." And so the first like in-person meeting we had after COVID, because we went completely virtual for a little while, they showed up and literally walked into my life. So
Oh, that's adorable.
Tell you what, if you date me, I'll let you borrow my pens.
yeah, and now
Turns out.
they have a huge collection of pens now because we got
That's
married. So
What a
That's
great
so
story.
cool.
That's fantastic. Now you
And
guys
then-
have common ground and you've met on this
And you have Eleanor.
subject matter.
and we have Eleanor.
That's
And
fantastic.
she's perfect.
What a great
She's
story.
perfect. Our other
Now, was
hobby is
Eleanor
just
Wren's dog or Eleanor was your dog?
we bought Eleanor together 2 years ago.
Okay. Nice.
She is from a friend of ours who Ren's known forever in Toledo, who breeds Chihuahuas for the love of the breed and really is passionate about promoting good quality Chihuahuas who are not assholes like the one you knew, Caleb.
Yes. The
And she
ankle
breeds them.
biters.
Yeah, she wants them to be like good, friendly, good, sweet dogs who have
Yeah.
good genetics. They're not bred for being the smallest or whatever.
Yeah.
And I met her dog like 2 years before this, and I was like, this is the best dog I've ever met. And I don't even like dogs. And so we got her when she was born. We went over and picked her up.
That's awesome.
I will have to reach out to you because I'm pretty convinced that's what my mom needs is a good Chihuahua.
Yes. I'll get you in contact with her because she's just right
Awesome.
in Toledo, and she wants to connect people to
The
good
whole-
dogs.
Oh, thank you.
That's
It
awesome.
looks like Kristen's sister is in Fort Wayne, so we have another
Oh.
local contact.
Oh, nice.
Kristen's
Awesome.
sister, we might all be bombarding your house.
That's right.
Find us a good park we can all set up tents at and do a party.
Yeah.
Do
Plant
it.
party. We're about to get
Could you
plant
imagine?
stupid up in here.
Oh, there's my mom. See, Mom, you need a Chihuahua.
Hi, Mom. You need a tiny dog.
Don't you need a tiny dog that fits in a plane? That was a stipulation.
Yeah.
See?
You can pack it
And
in your
Eleanor is
pocket.
perfect.
Look it. You can't say no to this face.
No, she cannot.
Look how adorable.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. Well, we'll meet in Fort Wayne. We'll bring Chihuahuas and Hoyas. It'll be a good day.
It'll be a great time.
Oh, here, I was going to show you this, Nicole. So
Yeah.
this is how I do my seedlings.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
So this is a dried out one I tried to grow columbine in, so just ignore the dead dirt inside of it. But this is one of those seed starting cell trays
Okay.
this one's from Epic Gardening, but what's that? Bootstrap Farmer makes them too. And they're just a regular 6 cell that has like the root pruning on the side, which I think is helpful for Hoya because when they get going, then the roots don't get tangled as much.
Okay.
The Bootstrap Farmer ones are really good too. I love those. So
How
these
much
are
light do you put them in?
Huh?
How much light do you put them in?
Right, like close.
Right under them. Okay.
Yeah. So I put them. So in this grow tent, there's that top shelf up there where the pings are that puts it like 5 inches away. I'll put it in there.
Yeah.
And so I
I'm
fill
very
with
excited about this.
pure core, but you could do peat and and perlite,
Okay.
and a little vermiculite. You just don't want it to be too coarse.
Okay.
And then I obviously pre-moisten it and then put 2 to 3 seeds per cell.
Okay.
And I fill it up with like another 1/8 of an inch of soil. I try to put them like between an 1/8 and a quarter.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then these have like individual little like trays for underneath of them, and I butt chug them, and I use the humidity dome.
Okay.
And so I try to make sure they never dry out. And so I just like look by like like every day or two and like just put a little bit in their tray to make sure that they're staying moist. And then this will help keep the humidity. And I leave this on until the leaves are touching it and I take it off.
Oh, wow. So how long does that take normally? Like, should I expect to see growth in like 2 days or 2 weeks, or?
I found mostly that my seeds grow within a week.
Okay.
I see germination within about a week to 10 days, and the viability of the seeds goes down really quickly. So you want to try to get them in like as soon as you get them.
So I need to plant these guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have something to plant them in. And if you don't have like this, what you can do is put that like into like a Tupperware container and then use another Tupperware container or just the lid on top. You've had it in a couple of days. Yeah, I mean, I would say give it up to a week, but like this is a container I kept from the food truck. And you could do like the bottom half of this
I
and
have
then
some of
stick a
those.
lid on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to maintain the humidity so that they can get going. And then once this touches here, then I pot them up into their own individual little cups, but I still keep them in like pretty small cups until they're more well established.
Okay. How do you decide what to keep at that?
I keep them all.
You keep them all.
Well, because they really will change a lot.
Okay.
And so if you have room for it, I will just keep up potting and keep up potting and keep up potting and try to keep them all. And then when they get to be about this size is where I choose what I keep and what I give away, but I don't throw any of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they like die in the process of me transitioning them.
Yeah.
I was able, Kristen, to get the RHM 2510, which is a verticillata red leaf and unknown cross from Rick and Swiffer. So I'm pretty excited about it. They just came in the mail today. I've never tried seeds myself. Caleb has grown seeds, and I've like grown by association because he does them. But I'm going to grow these ones, and we're gonna have a little experiment and see how it goes.
Yeah, I have some seeds I believe are Oculata and Obscura cross.
From Alexis, right?
They're from Mayra.
Mayra, that's right.
The Plant Queen on Instagram or on Facebook. We bought many great plants from Mayra. She's a sweet person, very awesome, has a military history, and she's a really cool person. But she's got an amazing collection with a vast array of different things available.
Seedlings,
she's got some cool seedlings that we were able to gather up some seeds and try. And I think she actually sent those to us as a freebie. I don't think we even actually paid for them. She just sent them to us. And so
that's cool.
I put them in the prop box and I tried them. But now we have like this little cluster of them growing up. And now they're like on their third or fourth leaf, they're growing out a little bit. So
That's great.
we'll have to see what we can do with that.
Yeah, I'll have to compare them to Catherine's Oculata seedlings and see how they grow.
Yeah.
You got a few from Rick too. Plant within 2 weeks of harvest. Okay. Yeah, I intend to plant them tomorrow.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna follow Catherine's advice here and put them in like a Tupperware.
Yeah.
I don't think we have core, so I'm probably gonna have to go in our normal mix without the bark, maybe.
Yeah, maybe just peat perlite and vermiculite.
Okay.
The best advice that I've heard is don't wait on your seeds.
Yeah, don't wait.
They don't last. They don't dry out and then rehydrate and regrow.
Which is different than like pepper seeds and stuff we would normally collect and grow over the winter. You just did stratum. Okay.
Which reminds me, I need to send these. This is Papa Shonii seeds that I need to get sent out.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
It's a self-seeding one, so it just is constantly pregnant.
Yeah, I think that's the one that we had that grew out for us. And it was like flowering in our living room, and there was like fluffy little
we came home one day and there was like dandelions that exploded in our living room.
Yeah. Fun. It's a vibe when you don't notice it, and then and then you have like the milkweed strings everywhere.
You're like, crazy. What is this? What's happening? What's going on? And then you find it, and you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
That was the first time you ever had a seed flower or pop off like that.
Yeah. It's a cool plant. Mine, it's thin leaf, so you think it should be in high humidity, but mine grew all winter just out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's pregnant again, and you can see.
Yeah, they're weird like that. They don't seem like they should be able to grow where they do, but they're happy and healthy in low humidity, and they just seem to thrive.
Yeah, I find it's so unpredictable which Hoyas are going to be chill and which ones aren't.
Yeah. I agree.
Like you think, oh, this should be easy. It looks like a Carnosa or whatever, and then it just like hates you and won't.
Sustantia. The only place I can grow that.
Yeah.
That thing has given me so much heartburn. But mini Minutaflora, which looks very similar, it grows like a champion.
Minutaflora?
Huh?
Sustantia looks similar to Minutaflora?
The Chrysanthia. Is it?
Or you mean mini multiflora?
The multiflora.
Mini multiflora.
Multiflora. Yeah, that's what I mean.
We translated to not Minutaflora.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sometimes I have to help make the bridge there.
The multiflora, mini multiflora. It has very thin leaves, but very small leaves, and it looks almost identical to Sustantia. They both are growing really great.
How are the Minutafloras that we potted last week? How are they doing?
They're doing all right. I just watered them today. They're looking good.
Yeah.
And I think in another week or so, they should be probably ready.
Yeah.
It's coming along really well.
Your clone is better than the other clones. I tried Minutaflora from a couple other people before I got yours, and they did not thrive.
Really?
Yeah, and I always think it's not me, it's the species,
Yeah, absolutely.
Or the plant, not the species, and it's not usually me, it's something else.
I agree.
Right? It's never me.
Yeah,
it's not my fault.
Well, when we got that, it was a cutting, and it was so fragile, and one of the reasons why we're like, don't buy cuttings, because it's such a struggle sometimes.
Yeah, well, we went on an extra journey. It got sent to the wrong buyer.
Yeah,
it wasn't sent to us the first time.
Right,
and then we had to connect the seller. So was like, well, how about I put you in contact with the person I sent it to?
It was a cutting
and
that was rerouted.
You guys can exchange. The packages I missent. And I was like, okay, that's fine, but but
there's no reason why that should have survived.
Got that same,
as a cutting in that long of a stretch. There's no reason why that should have survived. And by the time we got it, I was like, okay, well, we'll do our best, but I don't
know how you kept it alive.
Yeah. Well, the grower, the original seller, was like, listen, let me know, reach out to me. I think they expected it not to make it.
Yeah,
but it did, and so there was no reason to reach out to them because it did end up growing. But I think they kind of expected us to reach out and be like, hey, this didn't make it. Is there something we can work out or something?
Well, I'll keep everybody updated Sunday on how these seedlings get planted tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Keep you guys all on track all along the way.
Yeah, it's fun to keep track of and see how they're doing and see how the progress is going.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to show us tonight, Catherine, or anything you wanted to show off tonight?
I'm happily good with whatever I've shown you guys. I could literally show you 150 plants, but I don't think anybody needs to see that. But if
We
anybody
wanna
wants
keep you.
is there anything anybody else wants to
Yeah,
see? Otherwise,
anyone
I'll
wants to
hop
see?
off.
I'm sure you've had a long day.
Yeah.
I was off today. I was cutting
Oh,
up
were
plant
you?
magazines.
That's nice.
It was great.
Congratulations on that. That's awesome.
We found one that is the Charles Manson, like a life one from 1968 about Charles Manson. I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take that home and read it. So
Yeah.
you want to see my
LDM
lighting
asked me
setup,
what your lighting setup is.
Laura? You want to see it? Okay. So it's chaos. So up there is a Sansi 2 light bulb, and that covers my upper, because this actually gets pretty good light because it's between a south and a west window. The west window and the south window are totally by themselves. And then inside of my cabinets, I have Barina lights. They're the whichever one is the brighter, T8 or T whatever. Oh, see, that just went off. And then I do have like additional ones. So if I step back here, I have 3 lights up there and then one there and one down there. And then over here, I think I have them across the top and then underneath both shelves there. And those are all Barina lights in the cabinet. And then over the piano, these are some random brand I found that are little lights that I have clipped to the blinds. And then I have these like balances that help a lot. And then that is a Sansi bulb inside of a light I got on the internet.
Okay.
So that's
You
all.
run on timers?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everything's on timers. I do not have time to come in down here and start turning things on. So
How long do you run yours for?
16 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then downstairs where I do my cuttings and like propagations and stuff, those are free licked lights. And that is all on a timer system too, and on heat mats for the most part down there.
Yeah, we like the free licks.
How are your gardens doing? I'm sure you're probably
Good.
selling a bunch of stuff outside.
Yeah, so everything is good. So I don't know if I can even show you, but we have a really small yard, but if you look out, like that's our alleyway back there. I don't know if it'll focus, but like my garden is like behind this garage
Oh wow.
out there. So it's just a tiny little space. But we have everything that can be out is out, with the exception of my eggplants and peppers I have still not planted yet because it's supposed to get really freaking cold tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peppers
So
are
it's
so fussy with that. They do not like even a snap of cold, and they're like,
Yeah.
nope, sorry, that's it. You don't have peppers this year.
yeah. Well, and I only grow one type of pepper anyways because they're really fussy.
Yeah.
And I grow this pepper called Murasaki pepper, and it looks like a jalapeno, but it is a sweet pepper, and it's
Oh.
black, and it's wickedly prolific, and so I love it.
Nice.
Oh, it's more shaped like a serrano, according to Ren, but
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
And I don't want it to die because we really like cooking those. So
Yeah.
I have a little like greenhouse tent that I got from Aldi last year for like $35. That is fantastic. It's made it through like tornadoes and crazy storms and stuff, and it's still like standing. And so all my seedlings are in there because I haven't planted those, but like my broccoli's in and going, my beans are in and going, my
Nice. So you're using it outdoors like a cold frame.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
started
that's
everything in the
fantastic.
basement and now it's out there.
Yeah. That's a great way to extend your season. I know a lot of outdoor gardeners that use some sort of cold frame to add months to the season on the front side and the back side because it's just season dependent. Here in the northern states, we don't get as long of a grow season. So if you really want to grow your peppers and your tomatoes and things like that from actual seed, your heirlooms, you have to start those in some sort of indoor grow setup or a cold frame setup of some sort. So it's really, it's implemental for us Michigan or us northern farmers. You want to grow outdoor veggies, you got to have that sort of extra setup to help extend your season.
And I start everything from seed. So
yeah, that's awesome.
And So last year I had 2 sun gold tomato plants, which were huge, and I have like 2 raised beds that has a cattle panel between it to make like a trellis situation.
Nice.
And I gave up at the end of the season. I stopped harvesting them. They're my favorite little grape tomatoes. They're so sweet and delicious and wonderful. And I was so tired at the end of the season. I ended up just cutting them off at the ground and I just left the fruits on the vine
Yeah.
like all winter. I just cleaned it up like this spring and I have approximately 700 sun gold tomatoes growing
I
now.
believe it. I believe it.
And I topped off like maybe 5 or 6 inches in my raised beds. It had
Wow.
sunk that much, and I still have like 700 sun
Oh
golds.
gosh.
That's awesome.
So I don't
Well,
know.
you'll
I'm
never
gonna
be
have to
short.
dig them up and give them to our neighbors or something. I'm like, here's all
Yeah.
my. Like there wasn't anything else around, so I don't think they're hybrids. I think they're all just sun golds. But
Yeah, just
Yeah.
tomatoes for everybody in the neighborhood.
Tomatoes
Yeah.
for
Not
everybody.
a terrible way to make friends.
well, we have a little library in front because we live on a pretty busy street, and so I put seeds and stuff out there, and they're usually gone within a day. And we have
That's
dog
cool.
treats, so I could put them out there, and I'm sure they would be gone in an instant.
That's really
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah, and your whole community would have amazing tomatoes in that
Tomatoes.
garden,
I
right?
probably should do that because there are so many. I mean, there's no way like they would choke each other out. There's so many of them. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Spread
guess
them
I'm
out to
giving away
everybody's garden,
tomatoes.
right?
Yeah.
Let everybody enjoy the bounty.
Yeah, we haven't done any vegetables this year.
We've been limited. It's
Yeah.
really a matter of time and energy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's
We're
like
gonna go
I'll
get lemon
start a
balm
big
this
garden,
week, he said.
but then
Oh, lemon bulb is so
Yeah,
fun.
Caleb loves lemon
I'm a
balm
big
for his
tea
tea.
herb grower. Yeah, I'm big on the tea herbs.
Yes.
We harvest wild wintergreen, and I
Yeah.
mix that with the lemon balm or the lemon verbena.
Yes.
I put that in with my green tea or Himalayan white tea, and that makes a delicious, nice blend of tea. And sometimes I'll put a little bit of some ginseng or some ground ginger in there.
Yeah.
If I peel my ginger, I make a ginger puree. So I'll end up
Oh.
with a bunch of ginger peelings, and I'll just stick that in the dehydrator, and then I'll just put that in my next tea blend. It's
Oh,
just
that
so
sounds so
nice to
good.
be able to use those scraps for some useful
Flavor.
purpose, and also
Yeah.
it's giving you a delicious additive to your tea. So it's a nice way to use up your scraps, but also get something out of it.
I love a good like hibiscus lemon ginger situation.
Yeah,
Like
delicious.
I would grow exclusively stuff for tea if that was like practical, but I don't
Yeah.
have a like easy way to like process it. So
Yeah, the
most stuff
dehydrator
is
was
just
huge.
bunched and
Building our
hanging.
building our own dehydrator was huge. Like I just hollowed out a kitchen cabinet and made a
Oh.
large size dehydrator with a bunch of shelves in it because we use it
Oh.
for mushrooms. So it's
Cool.
definitely very useful for herbs as well. And so it's kind of like that multitasker.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever
We
watched
hung it on the
Good
wall in
Eats
our
with
laundry
Alton
room.
Brown.
Looks great.
Yeah.
He was big on the not having a multitasker or a unitasker. You got to have something that does multiple things, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our dehydrator, we use it for so many different facets of our existence. It's a
Do you
great
make
thing.
jerky in it?
I have.
Yeah.
Sometimes I start it baking, but the dehydrating is really what makes it that delicious jerky like you get
We
from
do
the
a lot
store.
of fruit roll-ups in it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Fruit roll-ups
Yeah.
are the best.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would love to get one because you can do that with a lot of flowers too and preserve
Yeah.
them that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
chaotically make bunches and hang them in the kitchen and then I look like a witch, but that's okay.
Nothing
As
wrong with
long as you
that.
get to keep them, that's all that matters.
Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that.
They get moldy sometimes though, so I'd rather use a
Yeah.
dehydrator. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll be my next project.
It does
Yeah.
help. I think that's
Tell
a forced
Redna we're
error.
sorry we gave you the idea.
So sorry. I'm strictly banned from like no new hobbies, but that's like hobby adjacent, right? So
Yeah.
That's it. No conversations with the sleeves because it brings on too many new hobbies.
I mean, I'm already like planting mushroom spores because like it seems fun. You guys
It
talk about
is.
mushroom hunting so much that I'm like,
Super
I'm just gonna
fun.
make
I
my
love
own mushroom patch because I can.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
Our youngest is graduating this year, and the class had to do senior projects, and one of their close friends did a project of growing mushrooms in
Oh,
a greenhouse
cool.
he created. We got to go to their like little show,
Trade show.
trade show yesterday to watch all of them. It was really cool to see him growing all these little mushrooms.
Yeah.
So.
Was it like a little sterile thing he did? Or
Yeah,
they
like
did?
he made a greenhouse and then he grew them off inoculants and
Oh,
he did a
cool.
really good job. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't have the like energy for that, but I appreciate the people who can do
Exactly.
sterile mushroom growing.
It's
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
did the
work.
kind you could just
Absolutely.
throw in the wood chips because that
Yeah.
was all I had the energy for. But you
Good
know,
luck. I
Yeah.
hope you show up.
That's a great way to do it, you know? The
Oh.
shaggy mains, the oysters, the
Yeah.
morels, you can get those kits that you can just propagate a nice little patch in your backyard. And I tell you, that's the best way to do it.
Yep. Mine, I got
Nature.
our wine caps. Have you ever grown
Oh,
those or
yeah.
had those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very tasty.
And they're
Yeah.
apparently quite easy. So we have probably 5 or 6 inches thick of like wood chips in the
Nice.
back.
Yeah.
On my paths that we got from a local place that provides the wood chips for all the paths for the state parks. So it's like
Nice.
very natural, no chemicals or whatever. And so I just put all the wine caps in that. And I was like, I'm sure
Awesome.
you'll grow here.
Yeah.
Keep us
So-
updated.
We used
I
to
will.
dog sit for my uncle's house out in Dryden, about 35, 40 minutes from here. And I put mulch in his beds. Wood
Yeah.
and the mulch happened to have some of those wine caps inoculated in it. And so like,
Nice.
as we were watching the house, I'm watching these mushrooms grow in the yard. I'm like, these are so cool. So I like gathered a bunch of them. At the
That's
time, I
great.
didn't know what they were. So I like gathered them, dried them, put them on the dehydrator and all this. And later I found out that these are good edible mushrooms that you can actually
Awesome.
eat. So now I have like all these mushrooms that I gathered way before I even knew what they were. And then I did the research and found out what they actually were. And I'm like, oh, this is actual good edible wine cap mushrooms. We could eat these.
So what did you do with the dehydrated? Did you put it in a tea or what?
I actually still have them
Yeah.
just dehydrated as little like unopened caps, little tiny
Oh, neat.
small button
We
mushrooms.
pulverize them.
I just cut them up.
Yeah. We put them in like
Nice.
a spice grinder and we make powders out of them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mix in your
cool.
food with them and they're delicious.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I will. Well, I guess if I'm gonna grow that many wine caps, I'll probably just need to get a dehydrator.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the
All right,
best way.
don't tell Ren that we told you to do that.
Yeah. It's
I
just one
love
idea.
like I love a good
Completely
mushroom,
original.
and I think they fruit twice a year, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Another really cool thing, side note, you can also fry mushrooms. So
Yeah.
if you just go ahead and slice them up and put them in some beer batter and
Oh,
stick them in
beer
the
batter.
hot oil and fry them up, oh my goodness,
Also delicious.
amazing.
We need to do cooking time with Schleifs.
Yeah,
Yes,
we should do that too.
we should.
All right, well, we've
Because
gone
my second
entirely
passion
off track.
behind plants.
That's okay. Everybody else, there's the same number of people are still here. You guys are like used to tangents, right?
Well,
Yes, we love to cook. We love
Yeah.
to make all kinds of interesting stuff. I think that would be a really fun
We'll do that one
side
time,
note
too.
one time.
Yeah. Well, thank
we
you for
cannot thank
hosting
you
me,
enough.
and thank you for the chat tonight, guys. It was super
Yeah.
We
fun.
appreciate you showing your collection with us again, hanging out with us for the evening. We always
Yeah.
enjoy it very much. Catherine,
Thank
she is
you.
such an inspiration, right? Like it's just
Thank
so
you,
much fun to
Kim.
see how she's growing, all the different experiences she's had in growing. It's a lot of fun. So we
Yeah.
always
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
Always fun.
Sometime I'll walk you around in the garden once it's going.
it.
So
We'd love to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. And sooner or later we'll find a way to either be in Indiana or be in Detroit together
yes,
one day.
yes, 100%.
So.
We will never leave. It'll be the longest Midwestern goodbye of all time. So
Right? Absolutely.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Catherine.
Yes.
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
so much
Bye.
for hanging out
Bye.
with us this evening.
Okay, everybody. We appreciate you hanging out with us again. We always enjoy these casual times where we get to just kind of all enjoy the fun things that we love, the Hoyas
hang
and all the
out,
hobbies
yeah.
and whatnot. So
Casual chatting.
We hope
and
you did
having a
too.
good time.
we'll be back on Sunday morning as usual for our normal Hoya talk. We're going to do a website restock tomorrow afternoon. That'll be here on Schleif Tropicals at 4 p.m. So we hope you'll tune in for that if you're interested in looking for any new Hoyas for yourself this weekend.
Lots of good stuff
Otherwise,
available there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think that's it. So thank you again for joining us. We always appreciate it.
absolutely.
We'll see you guys on Sunday morning.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Bye,
Have a great
everybody.
night.